Everything in our setup is now physically connected. With the Freekie, you have the option of controlling up to 12 fixtures or 12 groups of fixtures, a strobe and a smoke machine. But for now, let's return to our little setup. Before we can start programming our show at all, we need to assign an address to each of our fixtures, the smoke machine and the strobe. Each device requires its own individual address. When two or more devices use the same address, they behave identically. Freekie uses the fixture ID numbers 1 to 12. Let's have a look. The numbers displayed here represent the DMX address assigned to each fixture button. These numbers are fixed. That means you can't change them like you can with some larger lighting consoles. For our setup, we've decided on the following addressing scheme. The Mac 300 is assigned fixture ID number 1, the first MX4 fixture ID number 2, the second MX4 fixture ID number 3, and the Mac 250 fixture ID number 4. As for the smoke machine and strobe light, they are assigned to these buttons. We now turn to the manual to learn about the connection between fixture ID and DMX addresses. Let's take a closer look at the user manual. Page 8 explains in detail the fixed relation between fixture ID and DMX addressing. Fixture ID number 1 controls DMX address number 1. Fixture ID number 2 controls a fixture or several fixtures assigned to DMX address number 13. You may ask, why not DMX address number 2? The chapter called What is DMX 512 will give you a thorough explanation as to why. For now, let's just accept it as a fact. For fixtures controlled by fixture ID number 3 and 4, give an address of 25 and 37 respectively. We don't have more than 4 fixtures in our setup, but we do have a smoke machine and a strobe light. To make sure that when you press the smoke button you actually produce smoke, the smoke machine should be given a DMX address of 157. And the strobe should always be assigned an address of 145. You might have asked yourself, how do I tell my fixtures which DMX address it's been assigned? Well, there are 2 different procedures which we'll describe now. The first method is by the use of a so-called dip switch. The dip switch consists of little switches which can be positioned in either an on or an off position. Different combinations yield different DMX addresses. If you know about binary, it's easy to figure out how to set the dip switch. If you're not a binary expert, don't worry. The Freekie manual lists every possible dip switch setting you'll ever need with the Freekie. That said, it's always a good idea to know exactly how to work out the dip switch settings yourself. The chapter What is DMX 512 will tell you everything you ever wanted to know about binary and dip switches. As you see here, the manual lists both fixture ID, DMX address and the dip switch setting. You could even say that if your unit only uses dip switches, the actual DMX address is of no interest. All you have to do is look at the fixture number and the dip switch setting. There is another method of assigning DMX addresses to fixtures, and that is by entering the exact DMX address into the fixture by means of the fixture's LED display and push buttons. We know from earlier that the Mac 250 should have a DMX address of 37. So let's try and actually do that. Now that we have done that, the Freekie will be able to control the Mac 250. We've now successfully established a line of communication between the Freekie and the fixtures. The name of this communication protocol is DMX 512. But does Freekie know what kind of fixtures it's been asked to control? Not yet. We need to look at the next chapter, which is called Freekie Setup.